Okie dokie, here we go. Okay, good morning, good morning. It is an awesome day. What you're going to need is a block. So, if you don't have a block, grab your block. If you're watching later, pause the video, grab a block, put it at the top of your space, and let's come up to standing to start today. So, come up to your feet. So Mondays are always a great day to set the tone for the rest of your week. And all right, so you should have your block by now. So grab your block, put it up at the top of your mat, and let's just come up to standing. And while you're here, swing your arms back and forth. If you're doing this earlier in the morning, it's just good to get the blood flow going before we actually start moving into practice. Sometimes, personally, I find it hard to start lying down early in the morning only because, you just spent the last 8 hours lying on your back. So let's get up and just move some of the joints. For the most part, you probably stood up already, and your hips and your knees have a little bit of mobility and movement. But there's this thing that we could do that's a simple way of changing your physiology. It's a way of changing the energy in your body. And let's just come up to standing, feet hip width distance apart. Place your hands on your hips and just open your chest like you're a superhero. Stand, and I'm going to get really silly here. I'm just going to smile from ear to ear. And take really big breaths in and out. You're doing this too. I'm not just doing this by myself. You're smiling too. So smile big. Take really deep breaths. We're going to take 5 breaths right here with this giant grin and our hands on our hips like we're superheroes. Chest popping open, collarbones proud. Again. Okay, 2 more breaths like that. Okay, all right. So that just changes our state of energy in our body. And it's really good to do that if in those moments where you're feeling no energy, low energy, or maybe a lull. We can train the way we move in our state just by simply standing up, putting our hands on our hips, and breathing deep. Smiling, I just got you guys to do that because that's really awesome this early in the morning. And we could tell if you didn't brush your teeth or not. Just kidding. Okay. Okay, so let's come. Actually, we're going to come now. We're going to come down to kneeling. So come down to kneeling. Uncurl your toes. Come onto your shoelaces. And just take a moment here to sit up tall. Now, if this is hard for your ankles, please sit on your block, and that will take a lot of pressure off of the tops of your feet. And also pressure off the ankles if you have sensitivity there. And while you're here, roll out your shoulders. Find a sense of buoyancy in your spine. Good. And then just close the eyes down for a moment. Listen to your breathing as it passes in and out through the nose. A slow inhale for a count of 3. And a slow exhale for a count of 3. Now try to keep this even pace with you as we move through our practice. It might change. So as we change shape, the breath will also change as well. Okay, lean back onto your hands. Take a full inhale and just exhale to lift your hips up. Stretch through the fronts of your thighs, your hips. Keep your glutes nice and strong as you lift and press the hips forward. So you're not coming into a full camel pose. We're just moving the energy into the front of your body. Slight activation in the back side. Wake up your chest as you press your hips higher. Good. And then sit back down onto your heels. Make your way into tabletop position. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. And we'll just do a few circles with the wrists. So your shoulders are just circling over the wrists. Elbows are straight. Then go the other way. Get a little bit of movement into the balls of the hands, into the pads of the hands as well. Good. All right, now while you're here, turn your right hand to face your right knee or point to the right knee, and the left hand will stay exactly where it is. So same thing we just did, do some wrist circles. Go one direction, all the while keeping the core of your body active, pulling navel to spine. Go the other way now. All right, now change it up. So turn your right fingertips to point forward, left fingertips to point back. Take a breath in. Now exhale, circle one way, about 5 to 10 circles one way. Good, and then change the direction, go the other way. Excellent. All right, now make your way into kneeling again. Big breath in, interlace your hands at the top, press your palms up to the sky, full inhale. And as you exhale, round the back, bring your hands forward, chin to chest, press back through the shoulder blades. Good, inhale, lift up, stretch into your sides. Exhale, squeeze down and forward. Okay, now the next time you have the arms elevated, take a breath and reach up. Exhale, bring your right hand to the mat, flip your left palm, big breath in. Exhale to come up and over to the right. Stretch through the sides of your body. Good, breathe into the ribs, breathe into your sides. There will be some twisting today, so we want to make sure that we create space for our body to move in the new space we've created. Good. And then come back up to center, left hand down, right hand up. Big inhale. Exhale up and over in the opposite direction. Fan your fingers open wide. Turn your right baby finger down. Good. All right, inhale, come back up to center, tabletop, into downward facing dog, downward dog. Pedal out your feet. Keep lifting your hips up and back. Press your palms down and forward. Look to your hands. Step up to the top of your space, ragdoll. Bend your knees a lot. Let your belly and your ribs rest on your thighs. Head is heavy. Neck is relaxed. Just nod your head yes, no. Good. Hands onto your shins. Stretch your chest forward, halfway lift. Fold in, exhale. Again, halfway lift. Stretch your chest forward. Bow, exhale. Now inhale, rise, come all the way up. Hands in front of your chest. Right, take a full breath and reach up. Look up to the thumbs. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Fingertips to the mat. Step back into high plank. And just rock forward and back on your toes. Wake up your body. Set your knees on the earth. Lower all the way down to your tummy. Let the elbows carve your ribs as you come down. Inhale into a baby cobra. Hover your hands off the mat. Press your shoelaces into the floor. Belly into spine. Good. Lower your heart back down. Push back, tabletop, downward dog. That's a variation of a modified flow, and you're more than welcome to take that at any time. You can also sit it out completely by staying in down dog or child's pose. So those are some great options to take. Look to your hands, step forward. Inhale, lengthen. Fold, exhale. Now bend your knees, sit low into your chair, reach your arms over your head. Powerful pose. Have a look at your feet. Notice if the toes are starting to turn out or maybe they're turning in. Keep them even as if you're in cross-country ski tracks, yeah? I did watch a couple YouTube videos on how to ski like that, right? Inhale, lift up and back. Gentle back bend. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Good. Hands to the mat, step back to high plank. Let's modify again. Knees to the earth. Come down halfway only, half chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Feel free to stay in the baby cobra. Reach through the toes. Take a breath in. Now, as you exhale, curl over your feet. Pull your hips up and back. Downward dog. Full inhale. Big exhale. Yeah, look to your hands, step forward. Inhale on arrival. Fold, exhale. Now bend your knees, get low, reach your arms up. Powerful pose again. Dip your hips all the way down as if you're trying to like tap a seat behind you. Good. Get a little bit lower. Now press into your heels. Inhale, rise up, come up, gentle back bend. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to the mat, step back to high plank. Stay on the toes this time, or you could set the knees down. Roll forward, lower down just 6 inches, chaturanga. Legs are strong. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, lift your hips, downward dog. So traditional sun salutations, that was Surya Namaskar A that we just did. So those traditional sun salutations are a full practice in themselves. If you're short on time, that's a really good movement, that flow to go through. Take a look at your hands, breathe in. Exhale, step forward. Feet hip width distance. Inhale, lengthen. Bow, exhale. Bend your knees, get low. Inhale, reach up. All right, again, reaching back through the tailbone. Pull in through the belly. Knit the ribs together. Full inhale. Now exhale, press up. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, stretch your chest. Hands to the mat, step back to high plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. Exhale, lift your hips, downward dog. 3 deep breaths. Take a full inhale through your nose. Sigh out your mouth. Good. Inhale to float the right heel up. Bend your knee, open your hip, rotate through the hips. Work your left heel towards the mat. Now, big breath in, lengthen out your leg. Exhale, knee to your nose. Step your foot beside your right thumb. Take a double bent knee lunge. So both of your knees are bending. Inhale, lift your chest, rise up. Shorten in the waist here, so feel a narrow in the waistline. Dipping through the hip. This is a good stretch for the front of your left thigh. Take a breath in. Exhale to straighten out the left leg to the best of your ability. Now lean forward, full inhale. Exhale, lift the left leg up. Keep your right knee bent. Good. So crouching warrior 3. Take a breath in. Exhale, straighten out the standing leg, right leg. Good. Eyes are steady on one spot. Full inhale. Exhale, step back into a high lunge. Reach your arms up and back. Now, bend the elbows, hook your thumbs onto the back of your neck, lift your elbows up and back, stretch through your sides. Good. Breathe in, reach up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back, high plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, lift your hips, downward dog. Work the right heel to the mat, bend your left knee. Yeah, change sides. And let's go the other way now. Inhale, left heel up, bend your knee, open the hip. Keep pressing your hands down and forward. Take a full breath and lengthen out your leg. Exhale, knee to your nose. Quietly step forward, double bent knee lunge. Inhale, rise up. Sink down, exhale. Pull in through the waist. Get really strong here. Take a breath in. Exhale, straighten out the back leg. Keep lunging into your left knee. Breathe in. Exhale, lean forward, float the right heel up. Keep your left knee bent. Eyes are locked on one spot. Full inhale. Exhale, straighten out your left knee. Good. Warrior 3. Breathe deep. Right toes flex down to the floor. Now bend your knee, step back, high lunge, crescent lunge. Inhale, reach. Sink down on the exhale. Bend the elbows, hook your thumbs onto the nape of your neck. Breathe in to lift your gaze up. Keep grounding down through the center of your heel. Now reach your arms out behind you. Take a breath in. Exhale to flow. Flow, down dog or child's pose. Always really nice options to come into. Good. Breathing nice and deep. Lift the bum bones up and back. Now come forward to your high plank position. Lower all the way to your tummy, nice and slow for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Uncurl your toes. Bring your hands out about 6 inches to a foot in front of your shoulders. Take a breath in. Exhale to contract the belly. Hook your pubic bone into the floor. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lift your chest. Inhale down. And exhale, lift. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Now, if it works better for you to breathe in the opposite direction, you can. It just feels really good to move into the flexion as you exhale. So do this a few more times. Oscillating cobra. Now, the next time you're in the high position, just stay here, pause. Notice if the toes are starting to roll out or the heels. Good. Try to keep the feet reaching back. Good. Lower your heart down. Take your right ear to the mat. Look left. Arms can come beside you. Breathe into your back. All right, chin comes back to the mat. Reach back behind you, palms flip down, thumbs away from the hips. Activate through the legs, take a big breath in. Exhale, lift your chest, lift your arms and your legs. So if you have low back sensitivity, you can always keep your hands on the mat and your feet down as well. Keep lifting, lengthen on the inhale, lift higher, pull belly to spine. Float up a little bit more, just a touch more, engaging the entire back body. Good, now lower down, left ear comes down. Breathe into your back. Embellish your breath into your spine. Chin comes back to the mat. Now interlace your hands behind you If it's hard to bring the heels of your hands together, bend your elbows a little. Now bend the knees, bring the balls of your feet to touch. Take a breath in. Exhale, lift everything off the floor. Keep pressing the balls of your feet together. Reach your knuckles between the knees. Come up high. I think this pose is more challenging than full floor bow because we've really got to turn it on. Turn it on, lift up higher. 3, 2, relax down 1. Right ear comes to the mat. Wiggle your hips from side to side. Breathe deep into your back. All right. Now bend your knees. Grab hold of your feet wherever's comfortable for you. If you have knee sensitivity, grab hold of your ankles and flex your feet. Option to come into a second set of the pose you were just in. Take a breath in. Exhale, kick back. Kick back, lift your chest. Breathe deep. Can you press the thighs down? Lift your heart up higher. Good. Last 3. Keep kicking. 2 and 1. Hands under your shoulders. Push yourself back. Child's pose. Then make your way right into downward dog. Downward dog. Option to flush it out with a flow or just hang out here for 5 breaths in downward dog. All right, now for the next vignette of poses, you will need your block, so just make sure if your block has traveled that it's at the top of your yoga mat. Take your right heel up high. Exhale to bring your knee to your left tricep. Hold, stay here. Just pause, lift the knee up high. Good, now inhale, lift up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Step your foot beside your right thumb. Inhale, reach up. Come all the way up. Crescent lunge. Find your balance. Find your stability. Take a full breath in. Exhale, twist. Bring your left hand forward, right arm back. Keep reaching from end to end. One end of the room to the other. Dig through the heels. And just feel the connection of the legs to the mat. Can you grow taller in your spine? Full inhale. Exhale, bring your left hand to the floor. Turn your toes to your right. Step back into side plank. Vashisthasana. Keep lifting your hips up to the ceiling. Breathe. Press the floor away. Lift right ribs higher. Good, now pick up the right knee, step your foot back into the start position, come back up, reach up to the sky. Now inhale to come up and back, stretch through your sides. Now straighten out the front leg, hands to your hips, step your back foot forward so that both of your legs are now straight. Pull right hip back, left hip forward, take a full inhale, exhale, fold. Grab your block, put it underneath your left shoulder. Whatever height works for you. Pull right hip back, left hip forward. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Revolve triangle. Keep scissoring the hips. Press back into your left heel. Rotation through the chest. Keep your chin in line with the center of your chest. All right, now hand to your right hip, look down at the floor, grab your block, slide it forward an entire foot. Now float your left leg up. Reach actively through your legs. Option to reach up with the right hand. Keep breathing. Reach through the heels. Now if you're collapsing heavy onto your block, come onto your fingertips. Good, breathe deep. fingertips to the earth, vertical split for a moment just to step back. Step back with the left foot, right heel comes all the way up and back. Exhale, knee to your left tricep again. Tap through. Good. Inhale back. Exhale, roll forward to high plank. Keep the right foot floating. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, both feet on the mat now. Exhale, lift your hips. Downward dog. Other side. Inhale, left heel up. Exhale, knee to your right tricep. Hold, tap. Feel the twist in the body here. Feel the obliques light up. Inhale, back. Exhale, step forward, set up for crescent lunge. Come all the way up, rise up. Breathe deep, back heel high. Inhale to lengthen up. Find the stability in your legs. Now, right hand forward, left hand back. Grow tall, take a full inhale. Twist a touch more on the exhale. Back leg is strong. Keep breathing. Good, nice full breath in and out through your nose. Lower your right hand to the mat. Turn all 10 toes to your left. And then step back with your left foot. Come into side plank. You could stagger the feet. You could take your feet right on top. Keep pressing your hips up to the ceiling. Breathe. You can get really fancy too and like float the leg up. Keep pressing the floor away. Okay. Now bend your left knee. Step your foot beside or in the start position. Inhale, rise up. Come all the way up back into your crescent lunge and we'll reverse it out. Bend the elbows, lift the chest. Lift, open up through the chest. Reach the arms back behind you. Good. Now straighten out the legs. Hands to your hips. Step the back foot forward to shorten your stance and also to straighten out your legs. Pull the left hip back, right hip forward. Big inhale. Exhale, fold. Grab your block. Place it underneath your right shoulder this time. Full breath in to lengthen out the sides. Now twist. Roll back through the left chest, left shoulder. Breathe deep. Option to reach up. So a good way to see if the shoulder is ready to reach up is to bring your left hand onto your collarbone and then roll the collarbone back. Trace with your thumb, then reach up. Keep scissoring the hips. Press into the outer edge of your back foot. Good. Hand to your hip. Pick up your block, slide it forward an entire foot. Now the right heel floats. Take the right heel up. Twisting half moon, revolve half moon. You could reach up with the top hand again, or keep your hand on your hip, but keep drawing in through the belly. Breathe deep. Last breath. Good. Now bring your fingertips to the earth. Take a step back into high plank. Lower down. Take the left leg up and back. Right knee, or bring it over to the right tricep. Good. Inhale back. Lengthen out. Come forward to high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, both feet on the mat now. Lift the hips up and back, downward dog. Good. Knees come down. Swing your feet out in front of you. Lay on your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Massage your back. We're ending on a very, very high note so that you could keep the energy in your body for the day. Let's take your knees to the right. Open your arms to the shape of the T. Or football post, whatever works for you. Good. Come back up to the center and switch sides. So if you need to scoot the hips over, go for it, do that. Knees fall to the left. All right. So let's come back to the center. Soles of your feet together. Let the knees drop open. Arms over your head. And breathe into your entire body. Breathe into your solar plexus. Breathe into the knees, the hips. You can stretch your legs all the way out, come into Shavasana. Now, if you have time to stay in a nice long Shavasana, go for it. Stay there, enjoy. Now, if you want to come into seated meditation, you could just always roll over to the side, help yourself up. Now, the energy is really high from that practice. So give yourself permission to maybe take 5 to 10 more breaths wherever you're resting before you continue the rest of your week and the rest of your day. Your energy is everything. So wherever you are in your state, check that. Check your energy. If you're feeling down or heavy, get up and move. How you show up for yourself on and off the mat is how you show up in your world and for everyone else around you. Thank you for your energy, for your time, from my heart to yours. Namaste. Have a great week, everyone.